The level of chaos in this house is incredible, but that's okay. I am 3+Kei. I am here to encourage you to pursue the smile by prioritizing the Lord. I like that. Your physical health and persistent education. This behind me, I don't know if you can see it. There's like a substance in this love cup. It's like a powerhouse recipe for your immune system. Lemons, all of it's fresh. Lemons, turmeric, organic black pepper, and some other stuff. I don't know. Let me know if you would like the recipe. I am 3+Kei. I'm here to encourage you to pursue the smile by prioritizing the Lord, your physical health, and persistent education. And this space right here is called the Secret Heart Club. It's for the eyeball Christians and the is to come together in community. There's also a pretty nifty, if I may say so myself, a pretty nifty theme song, and it goes a little bit like this. Welcome to the Secret Heart Club. Everyone does their part to bring love, be loved. Hey, we love Jesus at the Secret Heart Club. There's a song of the day attached if you care to listen. I believe it's Lecrae and 1K Few, or not. No, but it's a really good song. I actually, my gym list. So there's a list called August, because every August I engage only with Christian media, Christian YouTube, Christian songs, doesn't matter. It's going to be Christian. And then for the rest of the year, it goes a little sideways. My gym playlist is extremely aggressive because I don't want to be in the gym. I know I talk a lot about the fitness goals that I have, being the strongest woman in Montana, maybe in the nation, but I don't like doing it, the lifting and the gym stuff. You know what I mean? So you need a good playlist. And so mine's super, super aggressive. And what I've been doing for maybe 2 months or so is incorporating not aggressive Christian music, because that doesn't exist, aggressive Christian music, but just good thumping. There's a heavy bass system in the private gym I use, and then the public gym I use, I bought Beats by Dre, which are heavy, bass heavy. And so for that, then I will put bass heavy Christian music onto my workout playlist. You know what I mean? I heard I was listening to a sermon the other day, and the pastor was saying we should not be listening to like any music. We should be listening to like sermons or worship music while we're working out. I wonder what your thoughts are on that. I think I would be less interested in hearing from people who do kind of like soft workouts. But I would be curious in hearing from Christians that lift heavy or like play like an aggressive sports. You know what I mean? Like not swimming, more like football, rugby, this kind of thing. I would be curious to hear from other Christians that play aggressive sports or lift heavy weights, like heavy weights, not like aerobics. What they think about, would you listen to worship music instead of the music that you listen to? I think it's a good point, and I understand the pastor's point in saying that. I would also, and this, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I would also say that the person who is saying this clearly doesn't do like a workout routine that has a lot of like power behind it. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you know what I mean? Like people work out in different ways. Some people like Zumba, and I think Zumba's great. I think you could do worship music. I think you could do Zumba to worship music. But if you're deadlifting, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. I have worked out to sermons before, but it wasn't the aggressive like powerlifting that I was doing. It was I don't know. I think I was honestly, I think I was doing like stretching. It was like stretching and core that day. Curious to what you guys think about that. But anyway, I have been wanting to bring more Christian music into my workout. So check out the song that's attached. All right. Well, today I went to my new church. I went to my new church. I settled on a church. I settled on it last week. I actually knew, if you guys follow this channel and the concept of the church crawl, the point was to find a church home. And at some point, a month ago or whatever, we went to a church, and I don't know if we went to another church after that, but I kind of knew, and it was saying at that point, like, I think if we weren't doing this, I would just stop now. And last week it occurred to me, why, like, the point has been satisfied. The point was to find a home church, and that's what I did. So why keep looking? You know what I mean? So we went last week, and it was just confirming for me. And then we went this week, and a very lovely thing happened. There's a lady named Debbie, and it's funny because I won't say her husband's name so as to identify them, because they have a unique couple name. But I was thinking of the husband. I was like, oh, I have to remember Debbie's name, if for nobody else, because she's the first one you see. And I come in today, and she says, hi, Lakeitha. And she tells me that she's been practicing my name all week, too. So I always say, like, the Lord will talk to you, and it's not always like thunderbolts and whatnot. But anyway, we went there today. It was very lovely. Ben came with me. Ben is on here. And yeah, and then they have a lunch afterward. So that was great. And that's that. All right. So the what we talked about today. Oh, I forgot about that. We went through Matthew chapter 21, verses 18 through 46. So let's just read that for the one time. Let's just read that for the one time. Go get your Bible. Hashtag GETYABIBLE. Go get your Bible. Matthew 21. Boop, 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 boop. If I'm a little foggy, I apologize. I was explaining I did Gym and Jesus today from the gym, obviously. And I was explaining that I personally opt out of social events that include food, mainly because I'll want to eat them. I know myself, I'm going to go ahead and eat that food. So why tempt myself? Because I have my own goals, and there's nowhere I really have to be. Like, if I skip an event, it's not the end of the world. And I can catch up with that person later. But church lunch is a little different. Anyway, long story short, I had 3 slices of pizza, a cutie tangerine, and 4 strawberries, and I logged all of that. But the pizza, I don't have exact calories on, and pizza slices can vary anywhere from 200 calories to Costco's pizza slice is like 800 or 900 calories. And so anyway, I overestimated. Now I'm really hungry. That was the last time I ate. All right, here we go. The scripture we're looking at today, from the sermon at my church. That's crazy. I don't know if I've said my church, because I technically belong to a different church and just never withdrew. Davey says, how many grams of protein do you take in a sitting? It's not so the the general answer any gym person would give you is 30 grams or 30 to 50 grams, depending on if you're male, female, or whatever. 30 to 50 grams per meal. But 30 grams of protein per meal is the super standard answer. In preparation for this competition in April, I eat 4 times a day, 8 a.m., 12 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. And those 4 meals are protein and carbs. I don't necessarily say what I'll eat per sitting, but I will eat between my goal weight, which is 148, and my current weight, which right now is 193. I'll eat anywhere in between that. And if you're lifting, if you're not lifting, it's a totally different story. This isn't for people who, if you're not doing any of that, or you're just running or whatever you're trying to do, don't listen to this. This is for people who are wanting to build muscle strategically. Yeah, lifting. Okay. Well, so there's your goal weight. There's a weight you want to be at. For men, men usually want to gain weight. 207. So without knowing you or having a long conversation about it, shoot for 207 grams of protein a day. Okay, there you go. Between 180 and 207 per day. And here's the thing. So I just got to, it's part of why I was late, because I had to unload everything. Go to Costco or Sam's Club, whichever is in your area. It's almost, for that level of protein, because I'm right there with you. I'm trying to get 190 a day. There's not a way around it. you're going to need to go to Costco or Sam's Club. You're going to need to get your, I wish I didn't pack it. I would just show you what I just bought straight protein, straight lean protein. So you've got your egg whites. Egg whites are crazy. It's like a cup of egg whites might get you, oh man, I wish I had the thing, and I'm not going to get up to go, but a cup of egg whites will get you maybe like 75 grams of protein. You need, like, egg whites are almost a non-negotiable. I eat mine with ketchup personally, but you can throw, you can get some cheese. Do you buy them straight in the container? Man, all right, here we go. Hold on 1 second. I know this was supposed to be, we'll just rename, how about this? We'll rename the live stream for something fitness related. Okay. hold on 1 second. All right, get ready. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm eating for dinner tonight. A big old thing, 10 ounces of squash noodles. And what I forgot to get was Alfredo sauce. So we're going to thug it out. We're going to thug it out tonight. Now I don't want to go back outside, to be honest. It's cold, I'm tired, I'm ready to eat. So 10 ounces of this. If I had to guess how many calories this is about to be, 150 calories tops. This is why you want to eat it. And this is squash, so it's going to fill you up. I'm a big fan of huge meals. Huge meals. So if you're going to have a huge meal, it better be healthy, right? Like, so we got this. This is what I'm eating after this. And it, not on my Bible. I'll put it on the floor before I put on my Bible. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell how much shrimp I'm about to eat, but this will be about a pound of shrimp. Yeah, spaghetti squash. This is about a pound of shrimp that I'm gonna eat tonight. Fry it up, or not fry it. I don't do really oils like that, but we're gonna get into this. And what I would have liked to have done, maybe I'll still do it, is go get some Alfredo sauce, put it on the squash, and saute that shrimp up. You don't have to be fancy like me. This is the red Argentine. It just tastes better. It's really meaty. You know how shrimp can be kind of watery? Oh yeah. Shoot, man. It's 4 ounces, so 80 calories for 4 ounces. So I'm gonna eat 16 ounces. So this is gonna end up being 320 calories. Where is it? 18 grams of protein. So 20 times 4 is 80 minus 8. 72 grams of protein. So you're gonna go to bed full, and this workout you did today, hopefully in the afternoon, just repair that muscle. Just gonna repair that muscle. Oh, it's so good. Davey says, I'm going to Costco tomorrow. Costco, get protein. Tomorrow I might get that meal. Yup. And then here's the big boy. This is why I need you to pay attention to this. Across the nation, people are, and respectfully, crying about the price of eggs. To me, it's like, well, fine, like, eat something else. Like, if something's too expensive, you got to eat something else. I was joking the other day. These used to be $9.99, and I was like, just go to Costco. The egg whites are so cheap. And now they're $12.99. Big whoop, right? But what you get with this, 3 tablespoons. You know how little a tablespoon is? 3 tablespoons will give you 5 grams. So what I do is 200, I usually 230 grams, which usually ends up being like 25, 230. Yeah. Yeah, about between 25 and 30 grams. It's so easy. And then also, if you're a smoothie person, just put the egg, because they're egg whites, right? The yolks can sometimes have a taste to them. These have no taste, like, whatsoever. You have to season them. You know what I mean? I swear, I was trying to like hurry up because I got out of the gym at like 5:30, and then I need to be back here by 6:30 to live stream. But I was just picking up one of everything so I could just hurry up and get out. And then I talk a lot too. So I usually end up in a conversation with somebody, which is exactly what happened. I'll probably get like 3 of these at a time, and they come in little milk cartons, 6 of these. But if you do the math, which do it on your own, but like $13 for 6 of these is like $2 a piece for the value you get. Stop buying eggs. Like, unless you want to gain weight because you want the yolks. The yolks will help you gain weight. If that's not your goal and you just want the protein to gain muscle, you want that. Also, Costco, and I can't speak to Sam's Club. How many containers? Yeah, 6 containers for $12.99. So Costco also has lean ground beef. It's 190 calories per 4 ounces. For context, a chicken thigh, which I do love, is 220 calories. And another burger patty will be between, a comparable burger patty will be between 220 and 240. So if you are trying to lose weight and build muscle like myself, hit Costco, all the lean. I do salmon. They have these really tasty salmon burgers. An issue I come up against sometimes is how quickly can I make it? Right? I don't do microwaves, so I cook everything I have. For that, that's also why the egg whites come into play. What I'll do, especially on like a gym morning, I'll pour it into, get yourself a scale. I'll pour it into the skillet, turn it on medium, go hit the shower while the eggs are cooking. And by the time I get out of the shower, you have some eggs. And so while you're washing your face and picking out your outfit, you're kind of eating, you know what I mean? So salmon, you can eat a little raw. I don't. I'm really like a path of least resistance woman. So I'm going to take the salmon out and mind my own business. I take my salmon out. I take everything out at 2:00, and then I cook it at when I get out of here with the live stream. Or if I can, I'll bake it while I'm doing the live stream, which is why sometimes I'm so strict about ending at 7:30 because my food is baked. You know what I mean? I will say another one, those salmon patties, the salmon burgers from Trident. You can throw those in the oven at 400 for 20 minutes. And so that's another thing. You can be off doing whatever you're doing for those 20 minutes and not have to concern yourself with sticking around and flipping and this kind of thing. Hey, Sports Prod. So yeah, and then as far as supplements are concerned, creatine, I think men honestly have far better results with creatine. And the purpose is it makes your muscles show more. Something about how the creatine interacts with the water in your body. So, for instance, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm what somebody else would call fat, and like I'm okay with that. Like that's where we are. But you can see I have some weight on me. I have some weight on me, and my favorite thing, the reason why I'm not bothered at all, I'm going to show you my muscles. So as big as I am, no, it's okay. I was just talking to somebody about this earlier. We need to normalize. So sometimes especially women say fat and they're looking for a compliment. I say it because it's the reality of where my body is. Maybe somebody would prefer like overweight or fluffy, or they're all the same thing. To me, I think fat is like, I mean, just be honest. Like you can have a thing going on and changing it. And that's, do you know what I mean? Like to me, that's okay. So I'm never saying like, oh, I'm fat for somebody to say like, oh, Lakeitha, no, that's not it. And I used fat specifically here because my muscles show. And so that's how big my muscles are. This is how much I lift for my muscles to show even through all the fat that I have. And so if you can see how my muscles show like this I'm almost 200 pounds. Once this weight gets off of me, it's a problem. It's like it'll be a whole issue. It'll be these women will hate to see me coming when this competition. People think I'm joking. I want these other ladies in the competition to almost shed a tear and question why did I even come here today? You understand? And of course I'm being lighthearted, but yeah, you know what I mean? We're doing a thing. And what I'm not even, with all of this going on, I'm not even close because I took time off after the last competition. And then I injured myself, and then I got an injury. So I was out for 6 weeks. And I've only been back for 3 weeks. So I'm not lifting. For me to compete and win, I would need to deadlift. I was looking at it today, 363 pounds for that to beat the strongest woman. And I have no shame. That's why I record it where I'm at right now. I deadlift 135. Nowhere near where I need to be. Now, bench, on the other hand, I PR at 167, and I just need to get up to 188. So I'm not concerned about, you saw these guns. I'm not concerned about benching. But yeah, and then I hired somebody to help me with squats and knees and formation. So no matter what happens at the competition, I can at least know for myself that, I mean, there's not anything else I could have done. And part of it is, and you got it, Davey, like a lot of it is diet, nutrition, making sure that you're not wasting calories. Every calorie counts, and it should be nutritious. Other supplements I take, actually, what's in this cup right here, I used to take a smoothie with what's in it, and now I drink it in a shot, 3-ounce shot every day. And what's in this cup is raw organic honey, organic black pepper, fresh turmeric, fresh ginger, a lot of it, organic lemon. You know what I'm saying? Like, clean your system, clean as a whistle, baby. Wow, you can deadlift 135. Well, or 130. It's 135 right now, and with proper training, at least until the end of the year, I'm doing progressive overload once a week. Usually I do progressive overload on the 1st and the 15th. But right now, I'm so behind in deadlift. We're gonna, I don't know, just do it. That protein goal is tough to hit sometimes. Right. People don't understand because protein is so filling. So yeah, that's actually a pretty big issue that I have, and I can get the protein in, but it's like, baby, we need to eat some vegetables, and by the time you're done with your fiber and your protein, yeah, man. And sometimes you gotta, especially on gym mornings, like Saturday mornings, we do bench training, and I'll drink a protein coffee. Here's a hot tip for you. Instead of putting creamer in your coffee, if you're a liquid person, put a protein, like a cleaner protein shake, like Fairlife is pretty good. I do Nuri, which is also at Costco and on sale at Costco right now. Nuri I like better than Fairlife, but they're about the same. Put that in your coffee instead. It's a longer story, but I use a plant-based protein powder called Vega as my creamer in my coffee. I also put collagen powder in it. I don't know how old you are, but I get told at an exhausting rate that I look younger than what I am. And part of it is genetics. Black don't crack. Part of it is I use Vaseline on my face, which it makes your skin soft and supple, and you know what I mean? And the other part, as I get older, is using collagen. Because once upon a time, I lost 100 pounds, and I had some loose skin, like a little bit, and it kind of filled it in and tightened it. But now I gained the weight. I gained some more weight, so it doesn't really matter. But, fish oil is really good. It's more than I have time to explain. Not all supplements are created the same. Never, ever, ever go to like a Walmart or even a Costco for your supplements. For context, my niece, who's like the same age as me, her husband had seizures like out of nowhere, and he couldn't drive anymore, and they were about to do brain surgery. And I come from a pretty holistic family, and my sister said, wait, before we do the brain surgery, because we don't know what the outcome is and they have kids, let's try this fish oil, blah, blah, blah. They did. Long story short, it cured him of his epilepsy to the point he now works, and his driver's license was reinstated, and he has a big Spider-Man themed Boys and Their Toys, right? Like he's got a huge pickup truck covered in webs. So he's living his very best life, and it was due to this fish oil. And I was like, let me get that. Give me that link. It was way too much. So the fish oil I use now is maybe like $40 or something like that. But as we age, we want to be as, I don't know how to put it, just clear-headed as possible. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. That's another one. You don't want to skimp out on your any supplement that you're taking. Look into it. It is not uncommon for the cheaper stuff like Walmart brand. Respectfully, like, do what you can, I guess. But there's been sawdust found in supplements to fill it out and all sorts of things. So what you want is the purest version of that thing. And of course, instead of taking supplements, you can always eat the actual food. So the fish supplement, you only need so much. It's like DHA and EHA or whatever's in the fish oil. If I eat fish that day, then I don't need to take the supplement, right? It's just as simple as that. Let's see here. Let's see. Ooh, now you guys are into this. Oh, wait, oops. Hold on. Oh, gosh, thanks for commenting, guys. All right. Oh, we're still... All right, there we go. That protein goal is tough to hit sometimes. That's where we were. What is the most you have ever lifted? You want to hear something like very disturbing? My gym bro, Jacob, who I have an entering the chat with, he's such a bro and believes in me so much. He initially trained me on deadlift. He had me lifting 175. So I know, right, I can lift 175. But what happened, don't laugh. You're going to laugh at it. It's okay. I lifted it and it was so much weight. My glutes were overstimulated and my butt, my cheeks quivered. Oh, my cheeks quivered and then were sore for like a week afterward. Don't overlift. It was such an odd sensation. I want that for you guys, for your cheeks to quiver. You don't want to know what that feels like. Liam said, hey, Liam. Liam says, explain organic. Yeah, non-GMO, no chemicals. I have heard farmers saying in America, there's no such thing. There's no way around it. There's chemicals in everything. And that's the reality kind of our soil. We'll see. I'm looking to buy a house, but it's not going to happen for a couple years. So the idea would be to have land and cultivate my own soil and have my own food. Let's see. Sport says I deadlift 100. That's great. Like, keep at that. And then every 15 to 30 days, just put another 10 on there, another 20 on there. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, you're going to be what I tell my gym mates, you're throwing it around like a toddler, manhandling the weight. You know what I mean? Or I'll say just another Tuesday. It's just, we do this every day. It's not a big deal. It's cool. Because you're doing a thing not everybody can do. Right? But anybody can do. They can. Anybody can lift if they want. Lift heavy. Davey says, in that single container of egg white, how much protein in one? Oh, I don't do the whole. It would fill up my skillet. I think to the top if I did. So there's 30. So a full thing is only 250 calories, and it'll give you 50 grams of protein. So if I did do a whole container, it would probably be like for dinner if I lifted late. Do you know what I mean? Like today, if I didn't mismanage my time, I got out of the gym at 5:30. This would be a bad boy. I also keep protein shakes in the car because sometimes you forget. And why did you just work out if you're not going to like have protein? If you work out and you forget your protein, hurry up and figure it out. Like go get some. Go get a burger or something. It's terrible advice, but like maybe a burger without a bun or something like that. Matthew says, bread, carbs, sugar, fruit are fattening. Please watch Primal Bod Glucose Goddess. So bread, I have not mentioned because I agree. I think a whole food diet is the way to go. And if you're going to do bread, like I had pizza today for lunch, again, outside of church lunch, I'm not going to any of your events that have food because I'm going to want, honestly, not the bread, but the cookies. Like I will be on that type of time. And it is what it is. But I would agree with Matthew. Ditch bread. Like it's counterproductive unless I guess you're trying to gain weight. But I've never, even when I was like underweight, that was a different thing. I used to box and I was underweight, so I had to gain weight. But I've been big bone for quite a time, my friends. So I don't really need bread or pizza or anything. Carbs, sugar, fruit. Fruit is up for debate. Fruit is up for debate. So here's the thing. If we know we need carbs, and we know we need it to be, filling. Personally, I like broccoli. I've always, even when I didn't like vegetables, I've always been a fan of broccoli. Any kind of green, anything, I think. I'm trying to see if I'm like missing something that would be green that you shouldn't be eating. That's a vegetable. But I think any kind of green, anything, and then you can branch out certainly to different colors. I'm just got on squash for a carb. I just got on, because the thing is, and this is me, I'm just keeping it real. If I go to bed hungry, for me, the self-control isn't there. And so what was happening was I would get up out of bed at midnight and drive to McDonald's. I'm not kidding. So the point came where it was like, all right, I need to figure out some decent carbs to eat before I go to bed. So we're talking not potatoes, but sweet potatoes. You want sweet potatoes? That's pretty, squash. I don't know what else. I will, if I eat white potatoes, they're always fries. I always make fries because you don't add anything, a little salt and pepper and some ketchup. Whereas if you think you make mashed potatoes, bro, you already know what time it is. Butter, milk, you know what I mean? Like you're doing a little, maybe, get the cornstarch and the bouillon, get you some gravy going. It's like, bro, we don't have time for that. So if you're going to do white potatoes, I think just like the fries, you cut them up, you put some oil on there, 400, 20 minutes. You understand? It's 20 minutes, put it on a plate, bam. So that's something I'll do, but I really am kind of like a path of least resistance type of a lady. So sometimes even the cutting up of stuff, I'm like, even after this, I have documentation to do for my like notes, billing for my job. I have they're called purple packages, people that support I just realized I didn't have my gear on. People that support Pursue the Smile. Sometimes I give them purple packages for promotion for them to help promote the James House. But I got some of those, some letters to write. So I'm not about to go into the kitchen making a 3-course meal. We're busy out here. We're like doing things and like trying to make it happen. But yeah, bread is out. To Matthew's point, bread, no. Carbs, yes, but you gotta figure out what whole foods that are carbs you like and that are satiating to you, because not for everybody. I'm not about to eat some green peas, for instance. You know what I mean? And then fruit, baby, do your thing. There's a whole thought process that all fruits are bad. I'm like, be responsible. I bought some Asian pears today. Liam says that is not the explanation for organic. I mean, in general. Matthew says, please watch Eddie Abu Primal Bod. I don't really watch. I'm sorry. I don't have the time. But if you have information, drop it in the chat. Sports says my average snack. Oh, shout out to blueberries. Thanks for saying that. Blueberries are a superfood. If you're going to do fruit, people say, I'm going to tell you this. If you're going to do fruit, people say do berries. I agree with that because they're more nutritious and they're more filling. Your girl, I don't really... while I'm telling you, like, what I'm doing to prepare for the competition, stop eating refined sugar. I stop eating refined sugar at 12 p.m., which means if I'm going to go get me a little, I better hurry up and go get it. Don't miss the window. And I work essentially 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. So many times I miss it. So that works out pretty well because I still get a little, a little pastry here and there. And then no fruit after 5 p.m. So that's for me and what I got going on. And the protein shake. Yeah, blueberry and a protein. I think that's good for if that's what you're trying to do. And I mean, I'm no expert, right? Like we have different bodies, and even as a woman, right? Like what my body reacts to, and when, I don't know if there's any women on here, but when it's that time of the month, your body is going to get drowsy. You know why? Because you're losing blood. Like it's as if you got stabbed, my guy. So what you need iron pills. That's one thing. Or, eat you some red meat. Make sure there's that happening. And then go slow on your workouts. First 2 days of your cycle, of your period, take it easy. Go for a walk. You know what I mean? It's okay. Take a nap. Like listen to your body. So, bro, look it up. I'm in a conversation. Keep keep your blood sugars low to lose weight. There is, yeah, for sure. There's wisdom in that. But here's to say, when we have these conversations, right? Again, I am a 42-year-old woman. Like 42 is its own thing going on. A woman is its own thing. And then the fact that I'm doing powerlifting is also kind of its own thing as well. So you can take what I'm saying and what applies to you. And also somebody that really, 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 really likes sweets. You know, so to say like no fruit is a tough sell to a woman. No sweets. No sweets to a woman. And I have a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can be selective in the fruits that you have. And to Sport's point, the level of blueberries that are in this house is pretty wild. I have at least 3 like giant packages of frozen blueberries on deck. So that blueberries are pretty solid, and some strawberries if I'm feeling crazy. There we go. Hey, Abby. My boyfriend has a wife and kids in the next town, and his wife doesn't know he is bi. Help. Tell your boyfriend to get in the gym. Spend his time there. Develop a relationship with himself. Vitamin E is good. I use that. Yeah, that's super comparable. I don't know like why you use it, but if we're talking about like skin stuff, like skin tightness, elasticity, for sure, vitamin E. It's just that I already take the fish oil and the collagen, so there's not a need for the vitamin E, but yeah, you're right there. Liam says, you just said organic means a non-GMO food. I mean, like organic in theory should have no GMOs. And in this country, North America, GMOs are pretty standard. I mean, right? Like that we've come to a point where it's pretty accepted. Davey says, I use inflammation scavenger by Biotest. That sounds fancy. Matthew says, it's not your fault. Just stop eating bread, carbs, sugar, and fruit. I don't really know what to, all right. Davey says, that's dope. God bless. Yes. Matthew says, I'm telling you to watch Eddie Abu Primal Bod. I hear you, Matthew. If you're still here, I just don't watch movie. Like I literally don't have the time to sit and do that. Thank you. I want to say thank you for sharing that, and hopefully someone else in the chat will go ahead and do that. But if somebody was like, watch this movie about like cookies taking over the world, which is something I would like to watch, I would tell that person the same thing. I don't really have time to watch that. David says, wow, 175 is a lot. Yeah, I agree. Paulo says, your lips has natural lipstick, and then you're laughing. I think that sounds more like a compliment. So I'm just going to say thank you to that, actually. Davey says, half of one in a protein smoothie would give me 50 grams of protein. Right. Are you trying to manage weight or lift very heavy? Your information is very confusing. You caught on to that. So I am doing a thing. And what that thing is, which is a little more difficult to your point, I'm attempting to lose weight while increasing the weight that I lift. Everyone around me who knows what they're doing has said these words exactly. That is going to be very difficult. But no one has said that that is impossible. So that's what I'm doing. And we'll see what happens. Gaining weight is not something you want. I agree. You are very angry and aggressive. That's crazy. There's only one type of person who's ever said something like that to me. Who the heck is eating broccoli to feel full? I'll give you a hint. She has 2 thumbs and a ukulele. Does that answer your question? Explain the difference between sweet potatoes and sweet potatoes. Doop. Liam, you have a smartphone. Nobody is eating yams without the same seasoning. You eat white potatoes? Yes, I am pointing out this is nonsensical. You're on here watching me. Here's what I always tell people, and then I'm gonna push Liam to the side, unfortunately, because I don't want to do that, but we need to be respectful too. If I enjoy eating pizza with pineapples, inevitably somebody's gonna be like, pizza with pineapples is the worst. We should all be eating burgers, blah, 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 blah. And my response to that is cool, you can come on here and say all that. But what would probably be more helpful and fruitful for you and the people watching, and the people could go watch you talk about burgers, right? So if you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to. But baby, the proof is in the pudding. So Liam, you're more than welcome to stay, but I don't know ask a question, right? What I always tell little kids is be correct 100% of the time. Or if you don't know what to say, just ask a question. So you're welcome here, Liam, Davey says, oats, sweet potato, jasmine rice. Oh, I used to eat jasmine rice. I'm going to put you onto something. And I don't know what the health. So this is not health information, but my friend who's really bougie introduced me to Calrose rice, Calrose, and I like it. It tastes good, but I'm not really a big rice person in general, but I have some Calrose rice. Davey says, just Google it, pal. Why are you jumping on pressing people? Well, yeah, exactly. Organic doesn't automatically mean better for you is my point. This is my finger. Davey says, I cut it out 100%. My girl doesn't want to see a weight during hers. Yeah, man. Oh, Canada. Is this the same? Were you here did you used to be here? Canada, calorie deficit is the only way to lose weight, fatty. Actually, it would be. So here's the thing. When you are lifting heavy, and you guys can go look it up yourself. This is the issue when we want to be like loud and wrong. So calorie deficit, absolutely. I agree with that. Also, when you're lifting heavy, it takes a lot of calories for your body to repair the muscles to repair themselves, which is why you want the protein to help in that process. So if you are trying to lose weight, you also want to be weight lifting. And so for context, I haven't done any cardio today at all. And I'm sitting at 2,000 calories burned. I did do an hour in the gym. And if you guys caught the live stream, I was barely doing that. I was kind of like messing around, but I was still lifting. So that's still 2,000 calories burned, not to mention while your body's repairing in your sleep. So you're burning those calories while you're sitting there versus not lifting at all. You have to wait till the point of going to go do cardio and whatever that looks like for you. So to Canada's point, calorie deficit, I think, we could put that on the obvious board, but the one that people tend to miss is weightlifting as well. And then Liam says, you look very good for 42. I thought you were in your 20s. TBF. I hope that's TBH for to be honest, because if you young people came up with one more abbreviation, I'm going to throw my ukulele. So hopefully it's to be honest, because I don't know what TBF means. To be frank. But yes, thank you. Thank you. A lot of water. Do you like German goth metal? I don't know. Oh, dude. I'm going to surprise you right now. Du hast me. Bet you didn't think I had that in me, did ya? And something I might like to get into, I saw some Irish dancing yesterday, and they danced to Celtic music, and I immediately, because I'm me, looked up trap Celtic music, and it exists. So that's also going to be a thing for me. North America isn't a country, but I understand what you mean. I really just don't know where we're going with this, Liam. I don't know where our relationship is headed. Mr. Salty says, I don't know why everyone is being so mean. You are amazing. Thank you. I think a fantastic thing is, for those of you who might want to start your own channel about burgers, for instance, they always say, like, don't look at the comments. And then some people will be like, yes, go ahead and look at your comments. YouTube, because of bullying and because people can really suck, has provided 3 levels of moderation. And my moderation is on strict, which means half the stuff that you guys see, if it's mean, like, I'm responding to all of you, and I can see that certain people have been, like, YouTube said whatever you said was too mean, and I just don't know. The only reason I'm saying it, and also I have 3 moderators who I don't think any of them are on here right now, but if you assign moderators, they also can block people or time people out. I'm only saying that because I always encourage people to start your own YouTube channel on whatever you want to. But there's ways that you can kind of block yourself from people's stupidity. But thank you. Davey says, that's great. Yes, you're resting calorie burn. Yeah, exactly. Like, you got to do it. And it's actually like the best cheat code. Is it not? It's like the best cheat code is weightlifting. Cause you literally, like, even me sitting, I wish I would have started and just kind of like looked at my watch to see how many calories I'm burning just like hanging out. Weightlift, guys. Liam says TBF, to be fair. Oh, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna text my daughter's 26. I'm gonna text her and use TBF, and maybe she'll think I'm cool. Fingers crossed. It was a compliment. I know, Liam. Thank you. Ramstein, check out Lord of the Lost. Bad like Canada. Okay. Name 5 countries. It's not that kind of show. Davey says, especially leg day, it raises your base metabolic rate. Yeah, leg day is like the bane of my existence. If I had to say there was a day I didn't want to do, it would be leg day. And part of what I hired somebody to teach me is, or prepare me for, is the squat rack, because my knees are kind of wild. And even in like physical therapy, it's all leg stuff. And we do this like, so there's box squats. If anybody, I'll leave you guys with this part. If you're wanting to get into squatting, like, squat is, you take it off the rack and your back kind of back here with it, and then you go all the way down. Except it's so bad. You have to squat in a competition. You have to squat. Your knees need to be at a 90-degree angle. So if you think about how low you need to be to complete a squat, and then on top of that, you have hundreds of pounds that like on your shoulders. One thing that can happen is your knees pop out. Like your knee cap. Your knee cap can pop out. I've heard the horror stories, and I just obviously don't want that to happen. So, right, then I hired somebody to like ease me into it, and all we're doing right now is like, it's like you go on the wall and you just like slide up and down. I'm not even, but this competition that's coming up, it's just deadlift and bench. So the only reason I'm learning squat at all is so that I can, like a regular competition is squat, deadlifting, and bench. And this next one isn't, but normally that's the case. And so I would rather enter like a 3-part competition and squat a silly little 7,500 pounds just so I be in the competition. Does that make sense? So that's all I'm doing. I have no intention at all of lifting heavy with squats. I think it's a good, no, Is that why they use wraps on the knees for with powerlifting? Not only that, we can do an unboxing right now. Hold on. Oh, no, this this it? You can see how if you buy yourselves gifts, people. If no one's buying you a gift, and actually I'm not even a present person. I'm not a big fan of people getting me presents. People miss the mark all the time, and then you have to act surprised. And I'll be honest, I just threw something out somebody gave me today. And it's not, they'll never know. They'll never know, but it's just because people try to give me a present is like, you probably don't know my heart unless it's like a really good get. Like Ben, well, this is the last thing somebody gave me. Nope, it's not the last thing somebody gave me, but Ben, who is typically a viewer on here, but also lives down the street from me, bought me a really, really nice Bible, and it has 3+Kei on it. So that's a good gift. But what I threw out today was like, they kind of guessed a little bit. And it's like, I'm not that kind of girl. I would much rather you watch my live stream and say something from the live stream than going out of your way. Okay, anyway. I haven't opened these because I don't freaking squat yet. But look at these bad boys. Slingshots. So, in life, this is just general advice. I don't know how old you guys are, but instead of running around trying to figure life out, just ask people that are doing the thing you want to be doing. Ask them for their advice. Hello. Don't sit around on Google all day. And so, oh, look at this. And so for that, my female gym mates, I said, is there any equipment I need to be a better at what I do? So yeah, I haven't tried them on. I'm not going to try them on right now, but these should be super, super tight. And again, these are slingshot sleeves. But I'm in physical therapy. I'm nowhere close to using these. I don't even, I have a squat day assigned Thursdays. But I don't, it's just, if you guys are like me, you like have your days mapped out, but I'll live stream it. I think oh, cool. And it tells you like where this should be. And just so you guys know, if you want to get these and take the guesswork out, again, it's slingshot sleeves. Here's the little icon or the little logo. And then, to wash them, oh, boo. Hand wash or air dry. Your girl doesn't do such things. So, dry cleaning it is. However sweaty your knees get. Okay. And let's say, is that why they use wraps on the knees with powerlifting? Yeah. I just, I'm really, because I'm 42, here's what, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what kind of insurance y'all got. I have primo insurance through my 9-to-5 as a social worker. What we're trying to do, which is another story for another time, is get PursueTheSmile off the ground and the James House, Montana, off the ground, and then will be my job, but I'll have to pay for my insurance. What my insurance package is currently worth per month is around $500. When I looked on the private market, when I didn't have this job and I was looking for a private market, the insurance that I found acceptable to myself was around $200 a month, right? And so what I have is like $500. Anyway, my point is, I don't want to get injured for something that I'm going to have to report to an insurance agency later that will increase the amount, that will increase my premium. So on this end, I'm getting all the safety things. I'm going through physical therapy now so that I can prevent injuries to the best of my ability. Does that make sense? And so part of it, as someone had pointed out in the earlier live stream, I've got an injury here. Also, like one very common injury is your rotator cuff. There's a guy in our group named Ethan, and he, during his bench, he benches like 500 and deadlifts about 650 in a competition, and he hasn't recovered. Like a year or two ago, his shoulder fell off. He was benching like 500 pounds, and like his shoulder dislocated, and that was that. And then what makes him a legend at the gym is he then, with his shoulder dislocated, proceeded to deadlift over 600 pounds and won the show. And but then there's, I'm not committed. Like, we're not getting paid. I'm not an NFL player or like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm committed, but I don't want to. It's not that. It's not that for me. It's a cool story, bro. It's a cool story that Lakeitha entered her 40s and became the strongest woman in the state and maybe the nation, right? That's a cool story, bro. But we'll see. I would rather my kids just think I'm like a super dope lady. Like, I would probably prefer that. I do. It throws my bench off, right? What music do you like? Rap. And it's bigger than rap. I was just thinking about this the other day. I have always loved it's become an industry, but culture of hip hop, and could actually, rattle on and on and on for hours and hours and hours, but it's been so long. Do you guys have something like that? Not to change the subject, but do you guys have something like that? Like, you really, like, a lot about it and you're passionate about it, but there's nobody around in person, right? I could get online and find a community. But I was just thinking about that the other day. I'm very sad for myself that there's not a part of my, there's no one to like share this part of my life with. But I like rap music, and I like it all. I like the evolution of rap music. I think it's silly when people are like, it's so dangerous. It's like if you have a town, any town in America, even a small town has an area where it's kind of naughty, right? I live in Montana, and in our town, the north side is known for like trailers blowing up because people were making meth. That's the bad side of town, right? And so rap music is like that too. Like, I don't, how about Finnish rap? Check out. Oh, I really wish I had the time to. That does Du Hast songs. I know Du Hast. Oh, if only there was a way. You know? Well, I gotta go, guys. Oh, who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Rap music? Two answers. Um, I'll say three answers. Okay? Don't get mad at me, people. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying. The three GOATs. Can I do a Mount Rushmore? Remember when that was like trending? My Mount Rushmore of rap music. Um, Eminem, because his lyricism is just unparalleled. People try to paint Eminem like he's just like a white boy, and that's why he got like play like that. He's a white boy that knew to come into a black field, he had to be superior. And so that's all that is that he's a superior lyricist. So Eminem, lyrics, lyricist. Lil Wayne for the metaphors, crazy work. Crazy work. Nobody's touching Lil Wayne. I'm going to put Jay-Z on there, not because of anything he's really said, but the fact that this man went from dealing drugs, which people love to point out he was a drug dealer. We were all something when we were younger, right? Like we all did like a thing that we weren't supposed to be doing. But what came of it? Well, now he's a billionaire and he like is an art collector and stuff. You know what I mean? I just like how he kind of transitioned, and it's in the same vein as Dr. Dre with the beats. You just pivoted and you pivoted super well. Number 4 was would be Lauryn Hill. I personally like how she came in, tore it up. And if you listen to her album, you'll have to listen to it on your own. It's a Christian album. I had to realize that myself, and it's almost like hiding in plain sight. It's really dope how she did that, and I didn't pay attention until she did an Unplugged. Remember when MTV was doing Unplugged, and she was like all Jesus Christ, like unapologetically bold out loud. So then it's like, were you always like this? And then you go to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill and you're like, dang, you were trying to tell us about some Jesus. So Lauryn Hill would be number 4. And then the fact that she, boom, made her 8 Grammys on her first album and dipped out. I wish we could all be so smart to retire on top. And then the 5th on my Mount Rushmore, I mean, I would just hold it open for kind of like groups. So, like Outkast. Man, I mean, And it's really, I remember seeing, before I really knew who Outkast was, my friend bought me tickets to like this outdoor concert in Chicago. And when I tell you, nobody was doing anything, whoever was before them, everyone was just kind of like sitting around, and like the music was just very underwhelming. And I remember there was even like a hot ticket name, and people were still like, oh yeah, that's kind of dope, but they weren't. And I'll just never forget it. Outkast came on, and I'm not y'all don't know. I think it might seem like I would be hype at a concert. I prefer not. I'm like a chair. I like to be sitting down. Like I sit down at concerts. I'm not, it was like almost against my will. I have never seen such a thing. True story. So, so with the whole Pac and Biggie and all that, super hot take. We've just had so much music since then that was better. And I'm not saying that Pac I'm not a Biggie fan really at all. I personally didn't see the like hype and the talent behind it. No offense. Pac had great music. It's just that rap has developed since 1996 when he passed. And so much better production, better. So it's like he couldn't really stand a chance. It's like if you said Charlie Chaplin was like a really great comedian, and then all these years pass and you've got like a Jim Carrey, right? Who's different than Charlie Chaplin, but it's just time has passed and comedy has developed more. So, yeah, but even that hip hop as an industry is just wild. And now that I'm talking about it, I guess maybe it's my channel, right? Like maybe I'll do like a history of hip hop, or how to beatbox or how to pen tap or something like that, because it's like a part of me that's hidden. And especially being in the church, rap is it's just like kind of frowned upon, and people aren't going to be able to relate. And I get it. And then some people will, what do you call it? Like, you shouldn't be doing that. And it's like, I get it. That's all I can really say is like, I get why somebody would tell me that, but no one's ever asked me, what's your connection to hip hop? What does it mean to you? No one's ever, I'm gonna back that up. No one's ever asked me that in the last 5 years. Many people have asked me why hip hop is important to me. You know what I mean? It's missing. I think it's maybe something I need to think about. I gotta go. It's 8:30. We've been here, guys, for an hour and a half. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. This wasn't supposed to go like this. I'm gonna leave you with one thing. The crash out of the day was supposed to be I was gonna test drive my dream car, and that didn't happen because life is life. But I did reach out to somebody. One of the things on my bucket list is to do a stand-up comedy set. And kind of what I'm doing right now in my life, we'll see how it unfolds, but in the next few months, it might be that there's just major changes afoot. So I'm trying to do all the things. I'm attempting to do all of the things that I might not be able to do in just a few months. And I don't know when the major change will happen. And so anyway, today I reached out to a friend that does do stand-up comedy. So he can teach me, and gosh, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. And of course, like everything else, I would live stream it. We got to invite Liam over here to heckle me. You suck. I don't know. I'll have my kid there. Say it again. All right, guys. I gotta go. This was really fun. This was like a blast. This was a blast and a half. I am 3+Kei. I am here to encourage you to let me tell you one more thing. I have a friend that's not a Christian, and she was like, on your channel, you say you talk about God and health and like education, and you don't. She's like, you just talk about God. And at the time I was like, well, yeah, but to her point, she's like, you need to, if you're going to say you talk about health and education, then like you should be doing that. So maybe other people who aren't Christians can like get into your stuff. And I was like, so with that said, I think that's why this was so much fun, because we kind of deviated from the script. We were going to do like a little Bible study and, yeah, we'll do some Bible talk next time. Yeah, exactly, Davey. Anyway, I am 3+Kei. I'm here to encourage you to pursue the smile by prioritizing the Lord, your physical health, and persistent education. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out PursueTheSmile.com. Every night we're here, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and talk to you later.